Good morning. AP Trucker back. I did 2 videos yesterday, and I'm posting this one today. I posted one yesterday.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
I just want to touch base again with y'all. Like I said, I try to when I do talk, it's because things come to my head, and I want to talk about them when it's there and fresh. So, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos with the other people. Like I said, like thumbs up or down, doesn't matter. It does matter, but all right. Like I said before, I have 3 children. My 2 daughters working with seniors in retirement communities, and my son is a police officer. Like I said before, I had my childhood wasn't great, and I tried as a young parent to give my kids every opportunity that I didn't have. High school, I graduated from high school, by the skin of my teeth. I was pregnant with my son when I was graduating. But I did that. I didn't have a chance to go to college because the kids came back to back. So, my life was on hold, and, I decided to give birth to my kids and raise my children. So, my kids go to high school, and they graduate, and, my son, he goes to college, and he started with computer programming. My daughter, started college, and my other daughter went to Job Corps because, as a single parent, you can only help one child at a time with student loans. So the third one, she got the raw end of the deal and had to go to Job Corps, but she still got a trade from the situation. But that story is that story. I gave them every opportunity that I didn't have, and they're doing well. But my whole reason to make this video is when my son started college after high school, he started with computer programming. And, I'm proud and all of that stuff. And then he decides to shift to criminal justice in the middle of that. And I said, well, why are you doing that? And he said he wanted to become a police officer. And I'm still on the fence about that because of, not only George Floyd, but, all the other people that have gotten hurt and all of that and things by police officers. I don't like police officers. I had trouble with cops and all of that stuff. Not horrible trouble, but that all black people do. And when he decided he wanted to become a cop, I really sat down with him and was like, are you sure this is not a good time to want to be a cop? Because this was 3-4 years ago, and cops was just killing people. And the second that he told me that, I was petrified. I said, oh God, please protect my child, because I know my child. I raised my child. He's respectful. I knew he would be a good police officer, but a lot of people don't like police officers. They don't like police officers because of all the racial things that are going on. And you know, I was scared for him. You know, I believe in God and a higher power and all of that. And I started praying, and I'm like, Lord, please protect my child. Because he was not a bullied child in school. You know, some cops, some police officers, they become officers because they want the authority to bully people because of the way they were treated while they were young, and they, you know, bring that into their career, and they use the authority to bully other people. My son wasn't bullied. I raised him right. He has respect for women. You know, he is one of those police officers that do their job because he means it. He wants to protect and serve and do his job. You know, and this George Floyd thing, I'm petrified for him. You know, all cops, all police officers, all cops, all law enforcement are not bad. You know, there are those few, those officers that use that racial discrimination and come at minorities, you know, Spanish, Puerto Rican, Chinese, Asian, whatever, that are not white. And there's some police officers that are African American that treat other races bad because they're not black. Excuse me. And, you know, my son, I did not raise my son like that. Like I said, there's not a prejudiced bone in none of my children's bodies. You know, like I said, my mother was a Caucasian woman. I got a sister that was Caucasian. My brother was Caucasian. You know, they were raised around, you know, Caucasian white people, and they're not prejudiced. They got blood running through their veins that are white. You know, Caucasian blood. You know, my mother, you know, God rest her soul, but she's still my mom. And she didn't treat me right as a child because she got racially discriminated against because she had black children. So in turn, she took it out on us because, you know, people treated her bad for marrying a black man and all of that and having mixed kids. It goes way back. But still, you know, I raised my children differently. And I don't know, it just bothered me that he decided that he wanted to become a police officer. I mean, he does his job well, very well, and, you know, he got a fiance, girlfriend, whatever, that he's gonna marry, and, you know, I don't know, they might have my grandkids, I have no idea, you know, and I don't want people to treat him like he's one of those, you know, racial discriminating officers because he wears that badge, you know, and that uniform. He goes to work and he does his job. He's very calm. He talks situations out. He's not aggressive. He's never been aggressive. He can't even stand to argue. He don't even want to have arguments with people. So I don't know. This whole situation got me. I'm just worried, you know, for his safety and all of that, and I'm worried for civilians' safeties because of, you know, the racial discriminating police officers that are out there. I'm out here trying to do this job, but, you know, in the back of my head, I'm worried about my son and my daughters. You know, I don't want people to mistreat my daughters and, you know, because of the color of their skin. And, you know, and here's the thing. I don't have nothing against white people or Caucasian, whatever the case may be. But when people ask me what my race is, I identify as black until the question of my mother comes up. And then I'll say, you know, yeah, my mother was white. You know, I have to say that because you can't tell by looking at me that my mother was white. So to me, it's not an important topic. I don't come out my mouth, hi, how you doing? My name is, and my mother was white. You know, I don't do that. You know, it's not important to me. But getting back to, you know, the whole reason why I did this back video is because I talk to my children, you know, every day, and especially now more because all of this stuff is going on.
I can hear you.
So I just wanted to get on here and, you know, voice my opinion on that, because like I said, I'm trying to do this job, and my son is out there trying to do his. My daughters are out there, you know, my son putting his life on the line with the coronavirus, plus the fact that, you know, people just don't like cops, you know, just for GP. And my daughters, they go to work every day because they're essential workers. They have to go to work and do their job for the elderly. And like I said, I went to work for 20 years in that same field with the elderly, because I care about older people. I listen to older people. You can learn a lot from older people. And they put themselves out there with that virus. And the people that are getting infected and that are most susceptible are the elderly people, you know. And I feel like nobody's seeing the big picture, you know. Nobody's seeing the big picture. Not only there is a virus out there that's killing people, it's cops out there that's killing people. It's people, regular civilians out there that's killing people. You know, the message is screwed up, messed up, tainted. You know, nobody is understanding or seeing what should be the focus. And, you know, we should be banding together and standing alongside each other. You know, try to rectify the situation. You know, I know when people talk, a lot of people are not heard if they come, you know, with just a conversation. But the protests and all of that stuff, you know, that's speaking volumes also. It's letting people know, you know, we're not comfortable with treatment that we're receiving. And me as a black female out here, black woman, driving a truck, you know, and I'm an essential worker. And I go to work, and I work every day. I stay in this truck. I go home every 3 months. I'm out here doing my job. If I was doing counter police officer that was racially discriminating, and I have, you know, that not only are racially discriminating, but gender discrimination. Because I get out this truck and I'm little. I'm 5'1". I weigh 140 pounds. You know, and they look at me like, look at you and your little self driving that truck. Oh my God. And why would you decide to do a job like that? I'm like, you could pat me on my back. You don't have to pick out flaws and things of that nature. I'm still doing my job. You know, I get discriminated against all the time. You know, it never becomes physical, thank God, but I'm worried about that too. That's another reason why I got this dog. You know, he protects this truck. And I'm glad I got him. You know, it keeps people away from me. He keeps people away from me. So, with all that, I just wanted to get on here and again, while it was fresh in my head, address that situation. Like I said, I'm just out here trying to do this job. I'm trying to keep my mind straight and focused. And, you know, I got all that in the back of my mind, worried about, you know, my girls, my son. And all I wanted to do was raise my kids and give them, you know, what I never had, which is equal opportunity and equal treatment. And I think I raised them well, but just because of their race, they shouldn't be labeled, or what profession they have, they shouldn't be labeled just because of the color of their skin, or like I said, the here and feel used or mistreated or useless. You know, I'm trying to do this job, and I'm trying to remain focused. But, you know, sometimes, you know, every day is not a good day. Every day is not a good day, and I try to keep it separated. You know, my personal life from my occupation. And sometimes it's hard. But to talk about it, it alleviates the pressure and the strain and the weight that's on my shoulders. It's about that. The concern that I have for my children versus this job, because if anything happened to any of my kids, I have to stop, drop, and roll. I gotta go home. You know, and I just want them to be safe, and I'm trying to be safe. And all y'all, I need y'all to be safe. And try to be impartial. You know, I'm not disregarding anybody that has been mistreated, because I know what mistreatment feels like, and it's very, very raw, and it's nasty, and it's unacceptable. So I'm not supporting none of that. I'm just putting out there that my children I've raised better, and I just don't want them mistreated because of their occupation. That's how I feel. So I just wanted to get on here and get that off my chest, because it's weighing heavy. It's weighing heavy on my chest. It's weighing heavy, and it's on my mind. So with that being said, like I said before, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos with your other YouTubers, and hit the bell to be notified every time I upload a video, please. And I don't know, just stay safe and stay blessed, and just keep an open mind. That's all I ask. Keep an open mind. All right, that's AP.